Wendy, what's good? Which seems to be a segment that's a crowd pleaser. Anyway, our Wendy watchers always have things to say, you guys, and I love it, good or bad, on my social media. Sometimes you hurt my feelings, but I power on.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, our first comment comes from Emily in Minnesota, and Emily says, Wendy, what's good? I know you get gifts from your fans all the time, but I sent you a gift 2 months ago. It's a glow-in-the-dark toilet seat for your office bathroom. Did you get it? Why, Emily, yes, I did. Here is the bathroom within my office. And here's what it looks like with the lights on. The toilet. And then here's what it looks like in the dark. Thank you, Emily. You know, I love gifts, and the cheesier, the better. I love it. Okay, our next one is from Daniel in Texas. He says, Wendy, what's good? Your interview with Martha Stewart was hilarious from beginning to end. She dropped so many gems. What was your favorite part? I know, and people were saying that me and Martha need to have a show together and the whole bit. So look, I don't have a favorite part, but staff put together a little montage. Take a look. I would like to give you some shoe cam.
These are Valentinos.
Valentina.
Valentino.
Valentino.
I love Valentino.
It's a moment, okay?
How did you meet your husband?
The club.
The country club or the nightclub?
The nightclub, honey. The nightclub, okay? Picture you driving.
Is that pretty? Driving?
Yeah.
Cars?
Yes.
I love to drive.
You do?
I have an Aston Martin.
What's your type?
Type what?
Partner.
Oh, man. Oh.
Does he have to have more money than you?
It would help. The yacht helps. The big yacht.
Oh.
Big yacht.
Oh. Here, cheers. Oh. I loved her. And I totally wasn't turned off one bit by her richness. I loved it. I wish more guests could be that honest, honestly. Anyway, okay, so Gina in Florida says, Wendy, what's good? The turban you wore on the after show in your office last week is gorgeous. You better work. I know you own all sorts of headpieces. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, the ironic thing is that my favorite one is one that I can't wear until I'm asked to do something really spectacular, and it's gotta be more than going to the grocery store with a bedazzled cart. Michael Lee, my art director, made me this headdress. Yeah. It is. Okay. Okay. I love this. And the most creative part is that it's made out of a baseball cap. I don't know where I'd wear this, but you know me, I'll figure it out. To share your Wendy What's Good comments, go to wendyshow.com. Welcome back. It is time for an ever-growing popular segment here on Wendy. It's called Wendy What's Good. Okay. Harris writes, he's from Harlem here in New York. He writes, Wendy, what's good? I love watching Chef Aki on your show last Tuesday. Her golden locks are beautiful, but Wendy girl, you touched her hair without permission. Isn't that a sister girl no-no? Well, here's the thing, Harris. It's a sister girl no-no if you're out in the street or around people you're not familiar with. To me, here at the show, we all are as one. I mean, I'm in the audience sometimes and Antoine will brush my wig, he's my wigologist, and some of my co-hosts might see strands of hair that he's left behind and pull them off. So touching her, her hair was beautiful, but I just felt, you're right, it is a no-no in the streets, but we're here together as family, so yeah, thank you, Harris. Our next comment is from Tabitha in California, and she writes, Wendy, what's good? I know you stopped eating meat, and you're also not a big fan of exercising. So how do you maintain your incredible figure? Well, Tabitha, I do Pilates. Very, very simple. I stretch, I get on the machines, and my Pilates studio is beautiful, and my Pilates instructor looks like Sofia Vergara's ex. Right? Right? And there's no sweat, or not a lot of sweat. But you know, you just stay limber, you know? And thank you very much for asking. Patricia in Texas writes, Wendy, what's good? I'm a proud wiggy. I own a lot of wigs, but my wig heads are cheap and they're made out of styrofoam. I've seen your collection of wig heads on the after show, and they're fabulous. Do you have an extra one you can send me? Well, as a matter of fact, my wig heads happen to be one of a kind, but we made one just for you. And so, we're gonna send you this wig head, not the wig, this is my wig, girl. But you got the wig head. Enjoy your wig head, and thank you for sharing all your comments on Wendy, what's good? If you'd like a comment to perhaps be here on the show, go to Wendy's. I'm a big girl, I can take it. It's time for another edition of Wendy, What's Good? Jamie is in Long Island and writes, Wendy, what's good? I love the wig you wore on the show yesterday, but I have to be honest, girl. Your hairline was pushed all the way back. Is it just me? Well, you know what? As a matter of fact, Jamie, it wasn't just you. This is me when I came out through the double doors, and then right after Hot Topics was over, my wigologist, Antoine, came out and told me to pull my wig down. Now, see, we have this fight every morning, because I'm always doing a pull down, and he's always doing a push back. I feel like I have never looked more like my father as a grown woman with that than I do now. Like, really? A real egghead. So, if it were up to me, I'd come out every day looking like Teresa. By the way, this is the same wig. All right, let's move along. Our next Wendy What's Good comes from Jamie in Long Island, and Jamie writes, Wendy, what's good? Wait, hold on. All right, our next Wendy What's Good comes from Chanel in Chicago, who writes, Wendy, what's good? When you were interviewing Mike Epps, you didn't ask him about his divorce. Why did you let him off the hook? Because I'm a woman. Because I'm a woman and I'm allowed to change my mind. Here's the thing. Mike has been a supporter of my crap since back in the radio. I don't know Mrs. Epps, but I do really like Mike, and I just didn't feel like going there. So there, yeah, he is getting a divorce and it's all good. Our last Wendy What's Good comes from Crystal in Boston. And Crystal writes, Wendy, what's good? I saw a photo of you on the Daily Mail, and you were walking the streets in New York with the largest Louis Vuitton bag I've ever seen. Do you have every belonging you own in the bag? And how are you able to find your phone and your keys? Well, look, first of all, there's a calamity of errors going on here. Number one, I wasn't apartment shopping like they said. I was actually coming from a meeting. Number two, the bag is a limited edition gift from my husband. It's a Karl Lagerfeld one, and not a lot of girls can handle a bag like that. So, you know, I'm a big girl, I can handle it. And what do I have in there? Everything. Mace, a knife. A fire extinguisher, a flashlight to see stuff. Everything's in there except for my cell phone, which is in my bag. And might I just point to what looks like on my feet, that big thing. Okay, this is the first time in my life this has ever happened. Have you ever left the house with the wrong shoes? So at our house, you know, I have ladylike shoes, you know, but we all wear Timberland boots, me, my husband, my son. And they all look similar. You know, they're all lined up, and we leave the house early in the morning, and it's dark. I'm wiping the coal out my eyes. So I just slipped my feet into something, and it wasn't until I got here that I realized, why are my feet so heavy? Why are they so heavy? And so those are my husband's boots, which is why I look like olive oil with a giant bag. One of my favorite segments, which is Wendy What's Good. This is where Wendy watchers, well, you always have something to say on social media, good or bad. So here's some of your comments. Karen in Ohio writes, Wendy, what's good? I'm obsessed with your bedazzled shopping cart. Do you really push your cart outside in public to go grocery shopping? Karen, if I say it, I mean it. Yeah. Of course. As a matter of fact, there I am. That's me. Just yesterday, I was on my way to 2 different grocery stores, And then what I do with my cart, which was bedazzled by our show designer, Michael Lee, is I park it right outside of my office here at the studio. But yes, that is mine, and well, Charles pushes, I walk. And that's the way it goes. Yes, Thank you, Karen. Charles is like, I did not sign up for this. Okay, next one comes from Sarah in Virginia, who writes, Wendy, what's good? I love your interview with Kirstie Alley. My favorite part was when she gave you her ring. Did you really keep it? If I say it, I mean it. Now look, Rambo, you ready? Here we go. Ow. Okay, so the deal is that I don't know whether it's real gold, fake gold, real diamonds, or what, but the reason that I love the ring, because I love jewelry that tells a story. It's not even about a price, you know, it's about the story it tells. So my friend Kirstie Alley gave this to me. And so, yes, thank you. Okay. And our last Wendy What's Good comes from Brian in Philadelphia, who writes, Wendy, what's good? Every day I see you running on the show. And it seems like you're always in a rush. Girl, where are you going? Excuse me, I'm trying to get my 10,000 steps a day in. Okay? And running, it makes me feel young and with it and keeps my joints juicy. And if you're wondering what Brian's talking about, we've got the receipts. Hit it. More Ask Wendy next. Share your Wendy What's Good comments. Go to wendyshow.com. It's time for Wendy What's Good. All right, our first comment comes from Heather in Florida. She says, Wendy, what's good? I think the Janet Jackson poncho is fabulous. Thanks for showing us your poncho on your after show, but I wanted to see what it looked like on you. All right, well, here it is, Heather. It's very, you know, I'm a lot taller than Janet, so it drapes a lot differently on me. Also, I'm not pregnant, and I consider this a great undercover look. You pull it up and you put your glasses on and you go on about your business. You would never recognize that that was me. I like it. I love it. All right, so our next celebrity What's Good comes from Samantha in New Jersey. She says, Wendy, what's good? I loved your interview with Vivica Fox, but girl, did you notice she said the word fun a lot? Do you know how many times? Well, I hadn't noticed until you said it, but we counted. So here are the receipts. Roll it. Do you have a resolution?
To have fun. Have a little bit more fun. Have fun. Well, fun for me, just have some more fun. A little bit more fun. Still work hard. Have fun. It's so hard that we forget to have fun. Fun, 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 fun.
My middle name is Fun.
I know that's right.
And our last comment, Wendy What's Good, comes from Charles in Chicago, who writes, Auntie Wendy, what's good? Every day I watch Hot Topics with my 73-year-old grandmother, and we love your show. I tried to order your lipstick holiday mug, but it was currently out of stock. My mother loves sipping and spilling tea, Wendy. So when will the mug be back in stock? Well, you know, Charles, today's your lucky day because we found 2 extra holiday mugs and we're gonna send them, one for you and one for your mom. Backed by popular demand, because like I say, every day's a holiday here at Wendy, we're gonna start making them again. They'll be available again for you soon with the lipstick stain and everything. I love Wendy What's Good. Share yours. Go to wendyshow.com. All right, it's time for Wendy What's Good, which is, I love this. All right, our first comment comes from Brooke. She's in Chicago. Wendy, what's good? I love that you're comfortable in your own skin. You've always been proud of your big boobs and flat butt. So I was surprised during Hot Topics when you revealed that you own butt pads. I've never seen you wear it on the show. So when are you gonna wear it? Well, here's the deal. Yeah, I've got butt pads here at the show. I look at them, I wanna throw up. I can't. But my producers did a mock-up of what I'd look like if I actually entertained this idea. So here's me before. Poor thing. And here's me after. Thank you, Brooke. Okay, the next comment is from David, and he lives in Texas. He says, Wendy, what's good? I'm always so shocked by the questions in your Ask Wendy segment. This season has been juicier than ever. Wendy, spill the tea. Do your co-hosts really have that much drama, or is it all made up for TV? No. Here's a look at what David's talking about.
Ashley has been dating my youngest son for 4 years. He's not deserving of her. Wendy, is it okay for me to hook her up with my other son?
I've been dating this guy off and on for about 2 years, and recently we hooked up. And so the reason why I don't like him, because he has a small penis.
My question is about my boyfriend. He, in his previous relationship, they were together for 5 years, married for 6 months. It ended bad. And so whenever we get into a major argument, the final blow is you're being like her.
You've only been with him for a year?
Yes.
So when is the lease up? Apparently you are not a frequent watcher.
I went on a family vacation in Florida and I met a man. And 2 weeks in, he told me he was going to prison. And he's getting out in 9 months. I was wondering, is it crazy for me to stay or should I go?
I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years.
Okay.
My work colleague asked me to join her for a wedding. At the entrance, I saw my boyfriend getting married.
You don't make this stuff up. Thank you, David. All right, our last comment comes from Erica in Yonkers, New York, and she says, Wendy, what's good? A photo of a woman reacting to Megyn Kelly's blackface comment has gone viral. I've seen the picture everywhere, and the woman in the photo looks very familiar. Is it me, or is she your frequent co-host? Well, you would be correct. My people get around. Her name is Zenjai. Zenja, and she's from Brooklyn. She's here today. There she is. Yep. But I do have to admit, I get very jealous when I see my co-hosts on other shows. I get very jealous of that. Anyway, sharing is funny. Wendy, what's good? Post your comments. You know, we'll check them out. The funnier, the better. Go to Wendy Show. Welcome back. It's time for Wendy, what's good? Our first comment comes from Jessica in California. Jessica writes, Wendy, what's good? I know you're 5 feet 11 inches tall, but when you're seated at the hot talk table, you look a lot shorter than your guest. What's good? Well, okay. First of all, Don Lemon in the all black is 5 feet 6, and he looks so much taller than me. Allie Wentworth is only 5 feet 7, and Judge Alex is 6 feet 3. And there I am, the shortest on the panel. Jessica is because I'm built like a freak. I've got a little torso, so it sometimes looks like my boobs are sitting in my lap, but I've got 40-inch legs for days. And so when I'm standing, I'm tall, and then when I sit, I look short. And that's what's good. Thanks, Jessica. All right. David from New Jersey writes, Wendy, what's good? Last week during Hot Topics, you talked about Madonna and your shady cameraman caught one of your audience members voguing. I love how they call you all shady cameramen. But we've worked together for so long, you know, we're in each other's heads. Right, Rambo? Uh-huh. Anyway, okay. So you noticed that. Not only did we notice, and me also, but voguing here at Wendy is legendary. Take a look. We want to hear Vogue and stuff. You know. Thank you, David. And remember, here at Wendy, we always like to strike a pose. Okay, and our last Wendy What's Good is from Heather in Virginia. Heather writes, Wendy, what's good? There was a young lady in your Ask Wendy segment on Tuesday who is graduating from medical school and can't afford a trip to Jamaica. I know you have to call the lucky contestants, but is there any way you can still hook her up? Well, if you missed Tuesday's show, take a look.
So my name's Lisa. I'm a medical student and I graduate in May, and I really want to celebrate this accomplishment. I have a little bit of money saved, but I have a lot of student debt, and I really want to go on this trip, but should I be responsible and save this money because I start paying for loans in July?
Excuse me, doctor, you've been responsible all of your life up until this point.
Thank you.
You deserve the most fabulous trip to Jamaica ever. So guess what? We invited Lisa back, and she thinks she's here for one of the best of Ask Wendy's. But in actuality, Lisa, you're going to Jamaica. It's a luxurious, all-inclusive 5-day, 4-night stay at the beautiful Moon Palace Jamaica Grand in Ocho Rios. Round-trip airfare will be provided for you, Lisa. And a friend, of course, you can bring along, and that's from our friends at the Jamaica Tourist Board. Lisa, doctor, have fun. To share your Wendy What's Good comments, go to wendyshow.com.